What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. We're here for the sprint race in Monza, round 10 of this championship, and today could be a very interesting day for ourselves here. So everyone at the back's crunched the numbers and we have figured out how many points we need for the drivers to be clinched. We need to outscore Jack Aitken by a grand total of 3 points to win the Drivers' Championships here in a very wet Monza. And also on top of that, we can also win the Constructors' Championship this race if we can outscore Campos by 7 points. It's not a massive amount for both championships. It comes down to if we can do it, and if we can do it here in Monza, that'd be phenomenal. It's an awful weather here in the best race of the season as far as the Italian fans are concerned, but we're ready for the lads to go out here as we try and win both championships here today. Tatiana Calderon is somewhat down the back. She had a bit of a weird glitch last race. I'm hoping it will be fixed from here and it doesn't get stuck on the rest of the season. Her teammate Hubert got off to a great start. We're down to P10. We're going to maybe squeeze down a few positions into turn 1. Maybe have a look at Nubahari and Matsushita at the same time. Give him a bit of a squeeze. There's Jack Aitken P4. We're going to need to get past him if we're going to have any hopes of winning this race. Obviously we've got the Campos cars, which is going to be interesting. So if me and Mick can at least both be in the points, we should be able to easily outscore Campos. Seeing there's a massive crash behind us. In fact, that looks like De Vries and Antoine Hubert. We're too busy talking about the championship. There's a safety car deployed, and yeah, that was a almighty crash. So that's Hubert who's ahead of has us ahead of him. He loses the rear end, goes into the wall, collects another driver for good measure, and then we're going to see how De Vries ended up in this incident. So Hubert loses it, comes back on, hits De Vries. De Vries obviously goes through 2 brake marker boards, and De Vries loses it altogether. That is a really bad crash, especially both drivers essentially losing it. That will give Boccolacci 2-3 positions nonetheless, but you can see Eilert has a great view of this. Sees both cars clatter into one another, and they're both out. But that was a really odd crash to see everything happen. In the wet, that's happened quite a lot, especially on the DRS. The drivers do that quite a bit if they lose the rear end, trying to make a move or move in direction quickly. But if you can see on the mini-map, there is 2 orange cars, a blue Trident, and De Vries. Basically, what's happened here is Aitken's pit twice, and so's Boccolacci. Campos have literally just thrown away the championships. So Aitken, for whatever reason, as well as Boccolacci, have pit multiple times, and so has Nick De Vries. I'm not sure why. We're on the restart. You can see we're trying to get past Matsushita. We're fighting Joe, and unfortunately they get ahead of us. Eilert is now behind us. We've had a few battles with him this season as we're stuck the back of Matsushita, but yes. So Callum Eilert, you can see on the mini map now, they're going into the pits again. So the Campos cars, as well as De Vries, for whatever reason, have glitched out and are literally pitting every lap. So assuming I finish this race as well as Mick, then we've literally just won the championships with nothing, literally done nothing. Like, if you want to talk about a shallow championship, like, we've literally done nothing and we've basically won it. As long as we finish the race in this position, obviously gaining 3 points on just at least scoring 3 points, which currently we are, then you know we've done bits. Like, it's actually mental. Mick obviously quite high up, so obviously he's doing bits for us for the constructors, so we'll smash that. Yeah, I couldn't believe it that they've literally just thrown it away. Like, there's been a bug with them that's been happening quite a bit. I think it was initially in Hungary when everyone started pitting crazy. And we're going to dive it down the inside of Matsushita. That was a disgusting dive bomb. Managed to keep it on the track within the white line, so that's perfectly okay. He gave us the space, so thank you very much, Nubaharu. Appreciate that, buddy. Back to the important things in life. Yeah, so since Hungary, I noticed there was a bit of a bug with the guys. They started to pit a bit weird. They did it in Hungary, Belgium, obviously doing it here in Italy. This is definitely the worst case where they're pitting every lap. yeah, like I can't even keep car on track. Like the car's all over the road. As it started to drop a little bit, Jack Aitken does actually set the fastest lap. Ironically, it's not going to count for squat, obviously being outside the top 10. But yeah, it's weird. I don't know how to take it. Obviously the championship's in the bag, mixing P3. So that's the points we need at least for the constructors. And then obviously ourselves, you know, currently sitting in P5. We got a yellow flag just ahead of us. So there might be a car slowing. And there's a bit of a smoke just ahead of us. So we'll have to be a bit careful about that and what that could be. Callum Isler's dropped out, and Callum's dropped the car literally almost identically to what Antoine Hubert did. Bearing in mind it's obviously not as wet now, but he did the exact same thing. Luckily this time he did not collect another car, so Callum Isler has essentially put himself out of this race. It'll be interesting to see if he pits now every single lap of the race. But we're up to P5, obviously after overtaking Matsushita quite a while ago at this point. You can see the deltas are screwed as well. This game is just broken. It's really bad. There's a yellow flag just ahead on track, and there might be a car slowing down. I really hope it's not Mick, because that would be an awful way for him to lose a podium, and it's not. There is a Uni Virtuosi or Guan Yu Zhou who's slowing down, and that would be an amazing result. Back-to-back fourth places for him, and that's not to be. He's going to pull to the right-hand side. We're going to get P4, which is solid for us. That's 8 points. That's all we need. We're gonna, as Prema, we're gonna net about 18 points, depending on who's got the fastest lap up front. But on the penultimate lap, or no, sorry, the final lap, Sergio Sette Camera fancies a move into the final corner. We're gonna hang it down the inside this time. We ain't got the confidence on the outside line like we did in the feature race. One Manuel Correa is going to win this race ahead of Jordan King, ahead of Schumacher, ourselves, and Sette Camera. But in P6, Ralph Boschung. That's important. I'll tell you why. Because he's the only person who hasn't scored points this season. So now he's on the board. We're going to cross the line. We have become F2 world champions, and Prema have become F2 constructors champions. Boschung gets driver of the day. Well played to him. He deserves it. And we're going to celebrate by doing some donuts in front of the Italian fans here in Monza, winning the championship. Probably not really deserved. It was handed to us on a platter, really. They essentially DNF'd. They literally didn't do anything. But that's awesome. I can't see a scenario where we don't get signed to an F1 seat next season, whether it be through, you know, the AlphaTauri team that, you know, we're part of the Red Bull Academy, or, you know, if they don't want us, you know, maybe a Ferrari team will pick us up, like an Alfa Romeo or a Haas. Be a bit presumptuous to assume Ferrari would pick us up, but here we are. One can dream. So yeah, that's job done. Absolutely smashed. You can see we're celebrating in the garage now in our Prema overalls. All of our teams there. We've got Alex Gillen giving us a hug. Obviously Noble's knocking around there somewhere, as he has been all season. Scott into the barriers there as well. Everyone's come out for the celebrations in the garage. Scott's absolutely loving it, isn't he? Bless him. But so yeah, that was it. That's the F2 championship wrapped up. We've obviously got 4 races to go. And yeah, it's going to be mega. It's going to be mega to see what we can do. I try and break more records here in Formula 2. But yeah, more than happy with that. Something to add to the CV for sure. But it's been an interesting one. Obviously Campos wasn't really their fault, but I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Do smack a like on it for becoming F2 champions in constructors and drivers. I'll see you in the next video. It's going to be Russia, the Russian Grand Prix. Until that video, guys, I'll see you then. Take care. Bye bye.